The animals and birds have been eating a lot, and today was just off the rails. The bird feeder, which is a really big one, and I feel late yesterday, it was 2/3 gone. Probably gone by now, maybe. And noticing a ton of finches coming in just from all over, but all the platform feeders were just completely obliterated today. And I started thinking that, we've got the first harvest, Lindenbaum, something like that, on August 1st. And the animals are harvesting. And it's, whether they're going to be storing it or they're going to be, storing it in their own physical beingness by, putting on weight. They're being their nature. And that's what we need to do. We need to pay attention to, like we've got the Maibaum is coming up, the equinox. And so we've got to pay attention to the equinoxes and the solstices and then the seasons in between. Into that 8 seasons, which it aligns with energy. I can promise you that. I was thinking back when I was really young, I was flying, one of my first trips, and I sat next to this lady, an elderly woman, probably my age now. And anybody over 30 was elderly probably to me at that time. But she was telling me about astrology and how it's really the world's oldest science. And, Einstein here is like, nah. I mean, I was very polite and I listened to it. It was fascinating, but, as soon as I got off the plane, it's sort of like the, taking a Chinese medicine and feeling better, and then coming back to the States and jumping right into the old Western system. The same here, it's in one ear, out the other. Einstein could have probably made some impressive strides by now had I taken her advice. But without a doubt, those points in the cycle, we have a lunar cycle and an annual cycle and a daily cycle, and the seasons that go with that. They're all very, very important, and they're very tied energetically to forces outside of, completely outside of our even galaxy, but then even within all the stars and then all the planets. I mean, that all has an effect on us, but it just gets amplified the further out it gets. So you've got to really pay attention to those times of the year. Anyway, so they're just going to plow through stuff. So it is what it is. To me, it was just awesome to have this example from nature, for me to have this another one of those. Now that makes sense. So rather than me celebrating it, whatever I do that day, that's great. However, it's more mindful to be in just being in alignment with what they're doing. Does that make sense? So am I to be storing anything up? Don't think so. But if I get I'll pay attention now to that, right? I'm going to pay attention to what's my physical beingness, not my mental. The mental doesn't need to come in. The body will tell me. And so making sure that I'm paying attention to that I'm very mindful about the season and what nature's doing, and is that something that I need to be cognizant of? Answer's probably yes. So anyway, it was just an example